Stephen Jules Radio Show.
There was a sad incident that happened at Bankstown Hospital this week, and I'm so disgusted, absolutely disgusted at these two nurses who think that they can spread anti-Semitism and hatred, and to say that they don't want to treat Jewish people is just, I'm disgusted. I really am disgusted. To think that these two people are supposed to be highly intelligent and to go around and spread hatred because they support Palestine is just, to me, I don't know where Australia is going. Okay. How the hell did we, in our island nation, end up having these anti-Semitic views? And how did it get to this point where Jewish people have their lives in danger because of this stuff? Because people supporting Palestine overseas, and basically, I'm disgusted. I really am, because wouldn't the Muslim community, they'd be very upset, and say, oh, you're anti-Muslim. If you said something about them, they'd be the first ones to complain. Now, these two nurses, Rashad, Nadir, and Sarah Abu Lebdeh, as far as I know, that they've been sacked by New South Wales Health. Now, to say that you're not going to treat someone because they're Jewish or they're from Israel is just complete discrimination. How is this happen in the health system in Australia? Okay. Now, this has happened recently by an influencer who exposed two New South Wales healthcare workers on this. Now, is it possible that these two workers from New South Wales Health will be deported? Rashad, Nadir, and Sarah Abu Lebdeh. Okay. Now, this has gone all over the world, all over the media. You would think that people obviously working in healthcare are supposed to have intelligence and are not there to discriminate. So it's just like, okay, if I wanted to go and get healthcare and a nurse said to me, oh, I don't want to treat you because you've got autism or you're spiritual, that's just complete discrimination. I'm fed up with this stuff. Okay? Health ministers visited Bankstown Hospital as well, or one of the ministers did, and they were letting them wear Palestine T-shirts. Free Palestine. Oh, but as soon as you want to wear an Australia Day merchandise, they'd tell you, oh, take it down because you're racist, you're discriminating. Now, I'm getting fed up of all this stuff going on here. It's just getting too far. It's gone on for too long. And I'm absolutely disgusted. Now, I don't have to agree with everything Pauline Hanson says, but she did have a point this week on Sky News Australia. Now, Max Veifer, he's a English teacher, he's an influencer, exposed them, and good on him for that. Ever since this October 7th invasion, this is when all this protesting with Palestine started, Free Palestine, anti-Semitic. Now, the Holocaust was a very bad time for the Jewish population. Now, I have spoken about Joseph Stalin as well. Joseph Stalin was a bad man. Both Stalin and Adolf Hitler were bad people. In my opinion, they are. Actually, psychologists can probably tell you what is going wrong with these people who do this stuff. It should not come to a point where if I'm sick and someone's saying that I'm not going to treat you because you're Christian, Jewish, Mormon, Muslim, Jehovah's Witness, what the fuck is going on here? This is made... I'm completely disgusted, and I have every right to be quite upset about this because I put my trust in nurses. They're there to do a job. They're there to help people. I'm fed up, guys. Like I'm not happy tonight. I have every right because seeing this stuff come out. All right. It's just disgusting. Okay. So I support the government's decision to have these workers sacked, and if they get deported, good. And I'm sorry to say it. You can get angry at me all you want, but I will stand up for the Jewish community out there, and I will. Because how did it get to a point where people have views like this? I couldn't believe it. And you watch the video, I was disgusted. So I'm fed up with like discrimination out there. I'm fed up with hate speech. I'm fed up with bullying. All right. I'm getting sick and tired of it. Now, look, there is going to be two sides to this story. If the nurses were provoked, well, I think the Australian Federal Police has asked for the full video so they can see the two sides to the story. We know apparently the two nurses will talk to the detectives and give their version. But for someone to say stuff like that I just don't even talk to me. I'm fed up. I'm sick and tired of people graffitiing fucking swastikas, vandalizing things. I'm over it. Like, you can see how sort of distressed I am over this situation. Now, I will say one thing, that if politicians are using this anti-Semitism to go and get votes out of people, then something's wrong there. All right? I want to say that straight up front. It doesn't matter if you're from the Labor, or the Liberal, or the Independents. If you're using this whole anti-Semitism stuff just so you can go and get votes, please, please don't talk to me. All right? I do want to point that out. If politicians are taking advantage of this, then something ain't right. Okay? I'm getting sick and tired as well of people who want to put people's lives in danger because of their own spiritual beliefs out there. All right? I've had enough. Okay? If I want to go, what would happen? Got to be careful how I say this. But if it was the other way around, all right, how would you feel if you were sick and a nurse said to you, "Oh, that we're not going to treat you because you're Christian or whatever"? How would that? I can't believe this guy. I cannot believe this. And good on New South Wales Health from sacking them, because it's just getting too, it's just going too far. Now, I don't know where this case is going to go. Obviously, everyone has a right to a lawyer. Everyone's proven innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But stuff like this, hate speech, hate crime, and graffitiing someone's car because they're Jewish is just utterly wrong and disgusting. I know. People like that don't talk. Just shame on you. Okay. I'm fed up too of people thinking that, I'm right and you're wrong because of their religious beliefs. Okay? I was distressed actually watching that. Like, for a nurse to say stuff like that, now just ban them. That's it. Deport them. Because apparently this is just not right. This is just not right. Okay. I'm sick and tired of industrial action going on with public transport. Okay. The light rail in Parramatta, it's all gone. I don't know what's going on. I'm sick and tired of it. Because if the government is there for the people, they would have stopped this stuff years ago. So why now has it gotten to the point where it's gotten this bad? I'm sick and tired as well of just... I'm getting fed up. Of being told, oh, we can't celebrate Australia Day as well. I've spoken about Australia Day because it may offend the Indigenous community out there. They don't want to play cricket on Australia Day like they used to because they don't want to upset people. What the fuck is going on? I'm sick and tired of all this political correctness, PC culture that's happened here. It is to do with government as well. You know what? If you want to wear your Australia Day merchandise, you want to wear your Australia hat, go and wear it, and wear your Australia hat with pride. Because I am worried where Australia is heading in the future. If we continue like this, Australia's going to go to shit. Problems politically that's happening, economically, cost of living, of course. The Australian government decided as well they want to ban vaping and make vaping illegal, making things that, I don't know, we enjoy are illegal. You can't say this, you can't do that because it's going to offend someone. Politicians as well getting freebies, flying first class, council workers too. Apparently the First Nations ambassador, Justin Muhammad, he's made at least his third business class trip to Geneva, and the taxpayer's got to pay for it. So if Anthony Albanese was dead serious from day one, he would have cracked down on this and would have basically stopped it. I'm sick and tired of it. Antisemitism, bullying, hate speech. I am fucking over it. I've had enough. All right. I am worried about Australia, guys. If you're listening to this, I am worried where we are heading. Okay. These two nurses should have knew better and had the intelligence and should have thought before getting on to these chat rooms and should have thought, hey, there should have been isn't there a policy in place in the hospitals about social media and healthcare workers? So they should have thought, think twice before getting into blog sites. Look, I can understand what the solicitors saying is, yeah, be careful what you say in blog posts and sites because it can backfire. Anyone. That goes for everyone. Especially politically or religious stuff. People can set you up and baiting you. So I would think they should have thought twice before doing this. And this is at Bankstown Hospital. I'm actually worried about where Australia is going. Can't go on like this. Politicians need to wake up, and you guys need to ask, are they using this anti-Semitism in order to get votes out of people? Or are they really standing up for the Jewish community? So think about that. I'll drop it there because I've said what I needed to say. All right. Medicare at the moment apparently is outdated. It's, as you know, there's been problems with the rebate. GPs were underfunded by Medicare. And yeah, I believe the Australian government needs to keep improving Medicare, because without Medicare, where would we be as well? Problem was, when Medicare first started, guys, people back then really only went to the doctor for one or two things. Now, because of a mental health crisis, there's so many patients, doctors are booked out. Sometimes you can't even get a doctor for a week, and consultations are getting longer. And apparently they're losing money because the time they have to take to sit with you and talk. So Medicare needs to improve. All right. Now, is it true that people are skipping doctor's appointments because they can't afford it? Well, that's a debate. Are we turning into a United States healthcare system? I mean, I would have thought when Anthony Albanese got elected, well, Labor was supposed to improve it. Why? How come? Ask Anthony Albanese this question. Why is it that doctors now, the majority of them are doing split billing, or they don't want to use Medicare anymore? Ask him that question, or the health minister. People have the right to know. Depends. Not everyone can afford private health insurance. Yeah. Penny Wong is calling for an investigation into the Laos methanol poisoning that happened, which was quite sad for someone to just do that. Bianca Jones and Holly Bowers, they died in Laos. It was free shots. I don't know who you can trust these days. And apparently, is it the Laos government's sort of not cooperating? You know, it was something like this. Yeah, these two ladies who lost their life. It's just quite sad. It really is. It really is. I'm just I'm pretty like agitated when stuff like this happens. Sam Kerr as well. She was found not guilty. Now, obviously, this is the police officer took offense to it. He felt that Sam Kerr was being racist, which is understandable, saying that he was stupid and white. That's fair enough. He was offended by it. Now, this is obviously cost Sam Kerr thousands of dollars in legal fees, of course. Oh, yeah, I don't know where we are. You know, recently as well, there was a man, apparently, man was told to move out of his place because there was like 100 and I think it was 120 red-bellied black, at least 100 red-bellied black snakes were found in a mulch pile. It was in Horsley Park. 120 red-bellied black snakes all laid in the one area. I think they've been removed. It was at least 36 babies, 4 adults in the pile. It was 102. So some of the snakes gave birth after they were caught. Yeah. Nature is very interesting. What it is. It is very interesting how what Mother Nature can do. But look, hopefully we can move on from this. Okay. And yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty upset as well. Marcus Stoinis, he's apparently he's retired from one day cricket. He's announced, very good cricketer as well. Yeah, speaking about cricket, there's been some drama in the Australian cricket team because of bowling in Sri Lanka. Now, get this. You remember was Matai Mariferin, a very good off-spin bowler. Now, Matthew Kuhneman has been accused, I don't know, by Sri Lanka of chucking. I have not... When Mariferin was bowling, because he was double-jointed, he had the same problem. He was accused of chucking the ball, and then he had to go what they call testing his action, and they found he was... I think you can only have 15 degrees of flex in your bowling arm. Okay. Now, Kuhneman's bowling action was reported to the ICC, and he's played at least 124 cricket matches with no problems. So at the moment, he can go and play Sheffield Shield cricket, but he just can't play any internet ICC cricket anymore because he has to go for like testing or something in Brisbane. So I don't understand. I've found his bowling action to be quite fine. First one day as well, Sri Lanka actually won by 49 runs against Australia. Steve Smith did quite well in the field. He's fielding really fantastic in the slips. Marnus Lavishay's under some pressure too. Jake Fraser McGurk, he was out for 2 runs. Yeah, Sri Lanka bowled pretty well to make up for their batting. Yeah, so that's where we are in the Australian cricket team. But all in all, look, I just felt called to be here tonight and talk about stuff like this that's going on. Because, like I said, I'm worried where we are heading. Something needs to change. I'm getting sick and tired of government departments, aged care, NDIS, not giving the proper help that people need in these government departments. Just pretty much come, do a job and get paid and go home. You've got all your personal information when they come to your home visits as well, cold calling clients. I'm fed up with it. Okay. Yeah, it's what can I say? Now, I've just recently finished my new music video for the Eye of Providence. That'll be up on YouTube as well, so you can definitely check that out. But let's talk about art in general, and having free speech in art. Because again, cancel culture is happening in art as well. Okay. In the entertainment industry, cancel culture is happening. It's been happening in Hollywood for years. If you're a Republican voter, well, pretty much they didn't want to book you or give you work because if you supported Donald Trump, which there are people out there that do, you don't have to like everything Donald Trump does. I will support Donald Trump, but it gets to the point, why do people not want to it got to the point where it became they want to befriend you or not be a friend because you support a political party. And in some parts of the US, people like get bashed up because they are supporters of Donald Trump. See, I'm sick and tired of all this discrimination going on. All right. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I Yeah, I am quite worried about where Australia's heading. I'm sick and tired of people with disabilities as well getting taken advantage of, people not taking people seriously with disabilities, people in the aged care sectors getting taken advantage of. Now, for these two nurses, I hope that they never work in healthcare ever again, because apparently even if they try to cross the border and go practice in other states, they're going to be banned, and that's good. I just have to say it as it is. Okay. I'm sick and tired of discrimination out there. All right. Yeah. People with disabilities need the help they deserve. All right. I'm sick and tired of people not taking people seriously with autism as well. This has happened to me quite a lot, and in my lifetime, I've been mistreated because of the problems I've had to deal with. See, I've said it already, guys. Parents who have kids with disabilities living at home, they think that they can micromanage them. But if you're micromanaging people with disabilities, you're only going to make them worse. Can't do that. Now, at the moment, I've currently got a Bumble subscription, and so just talking to some ladies, which is good. So hopefully something happens, and if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Again, dating is a business. I wonder why. Okay. Yeah. It's just how it is, isn't it? So how can we move on from this, guys? I'm completely disgusted. I really am. So hopefully Chris Menz as well can fix the public transport system after Joe Halen left it a mess. Because it's just it's gotten too much. All right. And yeah, like I said to you guys, politicians that just get freebies and leeching off the taxpayers as well. Yeah, it's just I'm over it. Think that they can lie and cheat the people. I'm really, really over it, guys. Seriously, I'm over it. Okay. See, what I don't like too about what the Australian Defence Force is doing at the moment is making it look so glamorous than it really is because of a recruitment crisis. I tried to join the Defence Force, but because I have disability, they don't take people with disabilities. That's understandable for a lot of reasons. But yet the Australian Defence Force has a bad reputation because veteran care is just not there. Veterans ending up homeless, on drugs, end up having criminal records after service because there's no help from the Veteran Affairs. So why should you go and fight for the government for no reason and get nothing out of it? Okay. But yeah, I felt, look, tonight I just needed to have this episode, this conversation. Because it needs to be addressed. All right. Now I'm going to leave it there. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.